Welcome, everybody, to another edition of the GioMoShow on WXOU in the back studio here with a full house. As you can see, I brought quite a few family members here today for football therapy is what I'm going to call it here today on the GioMoShow. We're going to be going over the Lions schedule that was released earlier this week. We're going to go through every game, wins and losses, and we're going to give our predictions for the Lions season upcoming. But, of course, I got to introduce my guests here. We have Alfonso Mosheri, my brother, hailing from University of Michigan. We have Alfonso Cherko. We have we got two soccer players here, actually. One at the collegiate level at Adrian College, and another one here, Joey Cherko, at Eisenhower High School. How are we doing today? You guys look nervous.
I'm not nervous.
A little nervous. little nervous. I'm feeling it, though. I feel like it's going to be a good day.
Loosen up a little bit. We're here on the GioMoShow. We're here to have a good time.
I'm nervous because I care.
That's good. So we're going to go through week by week. We're going to go through, I'm going to be keeping track of everybody just to make sure we're all on the same page here. And we're going to have our records totaled up at the end. So we're going to go through week by week. So to get things started here on the GioMoShow, we got week 1. This season opener for the entire NFL is going to be Thursday night at Arrowhead against the Chiefs for ring night. So, gentlemen, we'll start with you, Alfonso Mosheri. What do you think?
Should I share my thoughts or the outcome?
We'll do outcomes, and then we'll all share thoughts.
We're probably going to lose.
That's a loss.
I'm taking that's a dub.
Dub.
We're going to shock the league.
Oh, yeah.
I think a win.
Dub.
A win.
I also think a dub. All right, so for my reasoning, I'm thinking that the Lions are going to catch the Chiefs off guard, where our defense it has no tape on it yet with all the new pieces that we added with Cam Sutton, Mosley, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, Jack Campbell. We got all these new additions with no tape on them yet on how Aaron Glenn's going to have them play. So I think the Chiefs are going to be caught off guard, and I think the Lions offense as is can keep up at least with the Chiefs. So what says you guys?
I just feel the Chiefs are the Chiefs. They've been so good for 5 years maybe. I just I don't want to get too excited. Just because we lose doesn't mean we're no good or we're going to be a disappointment. I mean, that's the best team. We didn't make the playoffs last year barely, and they're throwing us in. I don't know. It could be competitive, but I just if we lose, I would not be surprised at all.
Cherko, what says you?
I'm looking at the Chiefs roster right now. These running backs are below, I guess, standard.
Yeah, it's not the deepest running back room.
Edwards-Helaire. That guy barely played last season.
Yeah, he got benched for
McKinnon and Pacheco.
McKinnon and Pacheco. You know what? Now that you mention that, they're not traditional. They're more like Chiefs running backs in terms of they're a little more finesse, catching out of the backfield kind of deal.
Yeah, but I feel like we can combat that between. I feel like a lot of times our edge towards the end of the season we, I guess, close down the edges, but with we had Hutch and Houston kind of.
Yeah.
I will give you that.
And then pinching in the middle.
I feel like we have the advantages on at least the offensive line.
Oh, absolutely.
And then I don't even know who are the receivers.
They got
Kadarius Toney.
Kadarius Toney, I think, is going to be the main guy.
Yeah, Scantling. Sky Moore, Richie J.
Wow,
they got nobody.
Yeah, they really got no big names.
They had nobody last year too.
Well, they at least had
Juju.
TikTok.
Yeah,
boy.
they had Juju. Yes.
Yeah, they had him, but I mean, he's somewhere else now. I don't think their offense is looking weak, honestly.
Joey, what do you think?
I think we're gonna come out storming at them. They're gonna be caught off guard because Dan Campbell will fire them up, and I believe that he will get us going.
You're kind of convincing me a little, but I'm just gonna stay lost. But they really got nobody.
Yeah, and I'll tell you something else. Ring night is a big distraction for the team that's hosting. We saw it last year with the Rams.
What is ring night? Is
when they get their rings.
They show the banner. They give the trophy out. They kind of celebrate them winning the Super Bowl. That's a huge distraction, and we see a lot of teams kind of lose their focus.
I think we could catch them off guard on that. I know some players, not all, but some will be in the moment so much. Yeah. They're going to slip up, and we're going to capitalize on that moment.
Man, we're going to punch them in the mouth, man.
That's why I'm saying too. All right, let's go to week 2. Let's move on. We got to keep a little bit of a pace here. Okay. So week 2, we have a revenge game also at Ford Field like it was last year against the Seahawks. So we'll go around the room. Wins and losses. Mosheri?
Win.
Cherko?
Win.
I got a loss actually for this one. So we'll start with Mosheri. What do you think? Well, why do you think it's a win? I guess all three of you guys. Why do you think it's a win?
I just really hate the Seahawks.
I'm not-
Home opener.
I had Geno Smith
Yeah.
as my quarterback last year in fantasy. He did good.
There's
But-
no
You probably,
way.
you probably
There's-
got him off waivers, right?
Yeah, got him off waivers. He did good, but I think we're gonna have that chip on our shoulder
Oh yeah.
because we were
Home
inches
opener.
away. They knocked us out of the playoffs, I believe.
True.
They did.
They
Yeah,
helped
Yeah,
get us out.
yeah we couldn't make him punt,
Yeah.
and they kept us out of the playoffs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's no way Geno Smith can
No.
duplicate what he did. He played well, but he didn't have a starting job for
Yeah.
10 years. There's no way he's just he's all of a sudden good.
I don't know. Their defense is atrocious. Like, I'm looking at their roster right now. This is an awful defense, but that offense is incredible.
Jamal
I mean,
They got
You
two
got-
running backs now. They got K9, and then they
Mhm.
just drafted another. Great running back, I
Another
heard.
stud. I can't remember his name, but I
Yes, I
is
Word
it
saw
around
that.
Zach
town is very good.
Charbonnet?
yeah, word around town that guy's pretty good.
Yeah,
But then the receiving core is
it's
dope.
Stacked.
Yeah.
Lockett,
incredible.
Metcalf, Smith, and Jigba.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
And
Yeah,
then-
Yes, they just-
drafted
yes.
in Jigma,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Snap.
I guess it all depends on their O line at that point, but their defense is awful.
Yeah, I'll tell you something about their line. I'll kind of get into why I think it's a loss because of the improvement that the Seahawks made. Yeah, last time we played them at Ford Field, they caught us when we had the worst defense ever, and they didn't punt. Like we didn't make them punt at all. But I think with the improvements that they made, and just like for me, like it's not so much like the matchup, but more like if I got them beating the Chiefs, then I got a hard time. Like you got to kind of balance it a little bit. So for me, having the Seahawks beating us at home again with those improvements, we didn't even play against Kenneth Walker. I mean, for a few plays, but it was mostly Rashad Penny that was running against us. So to kind of balance things out, I have it as a
Well,
loss.
we dropped 42 on them with no receivers, only T.J. Hawkinson. Like everyone was hurt that game, and if Jared Goff didn't throw a pick six, we would have won.
Yeah, but now they got Devin Witherspoon alongside Tariq Woolen.
Who dat?
Who?
Their corners. The
I only know
Witherspoon
Tariq.
is the top corner in the draft.
Hawkinson went for like 200, and he's no good.
I'm saying that they improved their secondary.
I mean, yeah, but then you have to worry about their D line, who's a washed up Mario, and is Mario Anderson or Mario Edwards. Their linebackers are bums. That their best ones that Devin Bush dude. I think he came out of U of M.
Bobby
Oh.
Wagner returning because I know he signed a 1-year deal with them last
Yeah,
year.
You know what? I
I
think
don't
he
know.
did, but he's like
Wait, was
38 right now, or
Yeah,
he's old.
He's getting up there.
Right.
That? Oh,
He's
yeah.
old. I mean, that's just like when we signed Jamie Collins. He's not going to do nothing.
W.
I see that. All right, so moving on to week 3. So a little bit of a disagreement there, but we'll agree to disagree. Week 3, we got at home against the Falcons. Go around the room. O'Sherry,
Win.
Jericho,
I'm going to go with the win.
Joey.
Win.
I'll tell you.
Win.
I got to win as well. I think it's going to be a little bit closer than we think, though, because Falcons did have a pretty good run game.
And
As
their
of
run
last
game
season.
got better.
The
Yeah.
run game did got better. Bijan Robinson, that's a stud.
Yeah, they didn't lose anybody. If anything, they gained.
Yeah, they gained. They got like last year, the rookie Algier, the running back, he had 1,000 yards that season.
Oh
And
yeah,
the Falcons were like
yes,
third in the league in rushing.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like it's you kind of look at the NFC South in general. It's like all these teams stink. But it's not. It's closer than I think it's going to be. I still think it's going to be a win. What about you guys?
They might be annoying, but I don't know who their quarterback is.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like,
right
I
now,
honestly do not know.
they right
Desmond
now
Ridder?
on the roster they have
Desmond Ridder,
Heineke.
yeah.
Heineke
Oh,
went
that's right.
there.
Oh,
Heineke
yeah.
signed with them. Yeah.
Ritter and Logan Woodside, but that's just like the third
I'm
string dude.
surprised they didn't
Yeah.
draft anybody.
I think it's just going to be a shootout who gets that quarterback spot, and there are no studs on those three.
Yeah. And Kyle Pitts is okay.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
he had
good,
a- he
but
had a
then he's
1,000-yard
got some
season.
moments, yes.
Yeah, he had a 1,000-yard season his rookie
And
year, but then not.
Yeah, no,
not
I'm
much
I
just-
after.
can't name a player on defense for them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I, can't,
me
I don't even.
I'm just most curious to see who wins the QB battle.
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably Heineke out of all of them.
I
Yeah.
know, but I feel
He's
like
got
it's
the most
weird, like,
experience.
they
He's decent.
didn't even give what's his name Ritter a chance.
They had no chance.
Yeah.
He
Well, I mean,
wa-
they drafted him in the third round or second or third round.
I don't know,
think.
but
Like,
he-
it wasn't like that high of a prospect. That draft with Ritter and Kenny Pickett was not the deepest draft. Malik Willis was another quarterback from that draft. That was
Yeah,
a very
he-
shallow draft
yeah.
for quarterback.
I will say on defense, they did make a big signing with Jesse Bates from Cincinnati.
He's
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
good.
Oh yeah.
They also
he is.
have their
Oh,
corners aren't that good.
That's-
They got Okuda.
Oh,
That's right.
That
Yeah,
guy's- that guy's
they
that-
gave him
they
a
ain't
good,
that-
fleeced him.
Yeah, they
Who's
ain't
that
that
corner
good.
that they also have? Is he still on the team? What's his face?
I
I
don't
don't
think
know
he
who
Oh.
he
is.
is. Talking about.
I know who you're talking about, but I don't think he's on the team. I think he left.
Yeah, you think he left?
They
too.
also have Mike Hughes, who used to be a Lion.
Oh yeah.
His picture shows up as in
picture
the Lions
shows up.
jersey,
It's fresh.
so it's fresh.
All right, maybe it'll be a little closer, but it's got to be a win. You can't lose
Yeah.
to the Falcons. I'll be upset.
They weren't that-
that's pretty.
There wasn't a big
bad.
impact on them on the NFL last season for the Falcons.
No, but I'll tell you what. I remember when we were like trying to inch our way to the playoffs towards the end of the season. The Falcons were like a game behind us. It was
Really?
about like It was like really close between the Seahawks, the Lions, and the Falcons for that last spot in the
I thought it
NFC.
was Green Bay, Lions, and
Or I'm
They
sorry,
finished
Green Bay,
7-10.
Green Bay was in that mix. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and
They
Falcons
finished
had 7
7-10.
wins, whatever. Their division was stinky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like it was.
Well,
It was a
what?
bad NFC
8
for
and
the
8
playoffs that
won
year.
the
8
division,
and
or-
9 won the division. A losing record won
Oh
the
my
division.
God.
Oh yeah.
wow.
Tom.
I wish we had that.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, right?
God, we might.
We would
mean,
be in the
if we had-
playoffs.
Hey, let's see how the rest of this.
If we had that,
schedule
we'd be
goes.
on the bottom.
All right, so moving on, we got week now 4. We're going to be at Green Bay against now the Jordan Love led Packers. Let's go around the room again. Mosherry, win or loss?
Is it home?
It's away.
So wait.
Win.
I'm.
It's on Thursday.
That is a Thursday
It is
night
a
game.
Thursday
Yeah.
night game.
I want to say win.
And
Win.
You will say win.
I will say win.
Win.
And you got to win. This one, and I'll kind of spoil it for the next game too, which is week 5 against the Panthers. Between those 2 games, I had a hard time picking us winning both. My guess is we're gonna win. We're gonna split those 2 games between away at Packers and hosting the Panthers. So I guess for the sake of just keeping it on the Packers topic, I'll say a loss for this one at home because I don't think the Packers definitely got worse, but with how Aaron Rodgers played last season, he didn't throw for 300 yards in a single game. That didn't happen.
And now they have no receivers.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
they have,
no.
they have
Alan Lazard.
Yeah.
Not that he was anything,
Yeah.
but he always
Lazard,
kind of beat us.
Lazard and Cobb are gone. I
Yeah.
forgot they both signed with the
Yeah,
Jets.
their
Yeah.
top receivers.
Yeah, and
are
I
all
don't
gone.
think
Christian
Jordan Love
Christian
could get that
Watson.
done.
And then they Christian Watson, he's decent, but still. And then they
He's
drafted a
still
tight
there?
end or
Oh.
something.
Yeah, they did. But for me, it's just, I mean, for me, it was just a matter of like flipping a coin between whether it lost to the Packers away or the Panthers at home. So that I'll say win for the Panthers next week. But like, I still think the Packers are going to be annoying. We'll say that. Definitely worse. I'm not sure between them and the Bears for the bottom of the division, or I guess even the Vikings. I have no idea how the rest of the division is going to go, but I think the Packers could be annoying enough to get
Yeah.
a win off of us.
I don't know. I think
Yeah.
Jordan Love's a pretty. I mean, there was a one game where I think Rodgers got hurt or didn't
Yeah.
want to play anymore, so he
Yeah,
had to step in.
I think it was the COVID suspension we saw him play against the Chiefs.
He
Yeah,
scored 9
but
points.
he played.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Jordan Love. He scored
Aaron
like 9
Rodgers scored-
points.
Aaron Rodgers scored 9 points against us too.
I'm just saying.
I don't know. There was a game where Jordan Love was in there and he was making good throws.
I mean,
I think it was a primetime game because I was watching
he's
it.
probably not a bum.
Well,
No, but like
yeah, I don't think he's. I don't.
Gotta be
Who's he
worse,
throwing
right?
to? Christian Watson. He's gonna be locked up now because everybody knows how good he is.
And we got a secondary that's improved.
We'll throw. Who's our top corner? I guess because I don't.
To our top corner,
Yeah,
Cam
'cause-
Sutton.
yeah. I guess we'll
Probably.
thll Sutton on him, even
Yeah.
though
But I'll
he's
tell
like
you
6
what. I
inches
mean,
taller.
they still have AJ Dillon. They still got Aaron Jones in the backfield. So
those
maybe
guys are washed. They haven't done anything in
they got
3
they
years.
have the potential to do that though. Is what I'm saying. So maybe with the loss of Rodgers, I could see them leaning more towards their run game. And for at least when you look at the Lions' defense, the biggest weakness is still the run defense.
Do they still have Matt LaFleur?
They do, yeah, as head coach.
He's never been a big running coach, a run heavy coach. I feel like.
That's true, but I mean, he had Aaron Rodgers for the whole time, so maybe that was never the goal. I mean,
guess.
we'll see. I mean, just given how the roster is, I would say that they would do that. But like you said, LaFleur passes a lot. So
Hey, listen, we drafted that. We reached 4 rounds for that defensive tackle. He better put in some work against those running backs.
Yeah.
Sleeper.
I mean, like I'm sure the Lions are comfortable with the run defense we have now.
Then we got the
given
middle.
how the end of
Then
the
we got our
season.
linebacker guy. I don't know. He'll probably do
Yeah,
something.
Jack
Yeah.
Campbell. I mean, he could be good covering Aaron Jones out of the backfield, like covering him side to side. I could see that.
Yeah. I mean, it does feel weird saying like win. Like
Yeah.
I know.
I-
I'm
I-
like-
it was really weird.
But on paper, I'm like we
Yeah.
should win. But like I know we'll lose one of these.
Yeah.
But I don't
Yeah.
know which
That's
one.
that's what I was saying more for the Seahawks is because just like numbers wise, like there's no way we could just like sweep this. So I just kind of threw a couple losses in there and ones I wasn't sure of.
We always lose to the Seahawks. I hate the Seahawks.
Seahawks are. I like them. I like more the Geno Smith story more or less than the rest of the Seahawks and whatever. So
Let's see.
all right, so week 5 against the Panthers, a revenge game this time in Ford Field. Do you
it's
think
Ford
they're going to
Field?
run for 300 yards in the first half again?
Not 300, but I'll give them
Yeah.
over 100. They're running.
Yeah.
Their backfield only improved.
Yeah.
So wins and losses. Let's go around.
Oh.
I already said I think we're going to win just because of the Packers. like splitting those two games.
I'm just gonna say loss, just
Okay.
because
I am
we need a
too.
loss somewhere,
Loss.
But
and
You don't think we're gonna get revenge against the Panthers?
in reality, I do. But I feel weird just picking
yeah,
5
Yeah.
straight
one
wins.
of these
Yeah,
games
one
will
of
be a
these.
loss.
Yeah.
I just pick it here, but
But I guess it just depends on how Bryce Young pans out.
we got
That's
Adam
it, yeah.
Thielen.
Who they
Adam
got?
I wrote it down. They got Adam Thielen, DJ Chark. They got Hayden Hurst at tight end, and they got Miles Sanders at running back.
DJ Chark.
That's my
Ooh,
DJ.
Yeah.
That's my DJ.
Like, he's a bum.
I'm saying like that. It's
Not a fan
Don't
of
they have
that guy.
Chubba Wumba as their running back?
Who?
Chubba Hubbard. You were close. Who was the other? Who was the running back that did? Oh, they don't have Hightower anymore.
Deontay Foreman went to the Bears.
Oh yeah,
He went to the Bears.
How did he downgrade from that Panthers team?
it's almost impossible.
That's pretty
So-
bad.
So we're saying more or less a loss because just the numbers, not necessarily the matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because as much as I want to say we're going to start off 5-0, I know the Lions, and I know it's not going to happen.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can see that. I agree with that. So week, this is what, 1, 2, 3,
We're on
4, 5.
6, I
Week
believe.
6 at Tampa Bay. What do we got, guys?
It's got to be a win.
It's got to be.
Come on.
It's a win all day.
It's a
Baker
win all day.
Mayfield's their quarterback.
Absolutely.
Should be a win.
Should be a win. I agree with you guys. So it looks like all 4 of us are going to vote for the win there. Is it just because you would say the Bucs are trash?
No Tom Brady.
They're
Bucs suck.
completely
I mean,
imploded.
They
They,
suck.
They stunk with Tom
Yeah.
Brady.
they stuck with Tom. That's right.
Yeah, and then they lost Fournette. Mike Evans is a shell of himself.
Definitely.
Chris Godwin only plays good if Mike Evans is playing good. Gronk's gone, isn't he?
Gronk's
I
been
mean,
gone.
yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, he's
He ain't
been
playing
gone.
He was
that.
gone last year.
Wait, he didn't play last year?
Oh
He's-
yeah, that's
he's
right.
been a
He
talk
did
show
not.
host.
Here's a funny story about Gronk. Me and my friends, we were doing a fantasy draft, and because he retired during that offseason, for whatever reason, ESPN Fantasy still had Rob Gronkowski as a listed tight end.
Oh,
and his
jeez.
description was, Rob Gronkowski has retired. He will not be playing this season. My friend did not read that, and he drafted him.
Oh, jeez.
He's like, what do you mean? He's Gronk. I'm like, he's gone.
Yeah, I guess I never even noticed he retired.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not necessarily like the big flashy
Yeah.
retirement that like Brady had, or the 2 retirements
Oh,
he
my
had.
goodness.
So saying it just
Wait, Tom Brady did play last year, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
They lost
I
to
mean,
the
yeah,
Cowboys.
Their team's just a
Oh,
shell
yeah.
of itself.
lost to the first round of the playoffs to the Cowboys. So yeah, they got no run game. They didn't have a run game. They downgraded a quarterback, and they're sellers right now. They have to
Yeah.
they've signed all these free agents, and now it's pay time.
Yeah, they're probably in
Yeah, no.
cap
I'll be
trouble if I had to guess.
I'll be shocked if Baker wins 6 games this year.
So we're gonna move on to that one. Now we got week 7 at Baltimore.
Here's that loss we were looking for.
Yeah,
That
that's a loss.
Loss. I
That's a
agree.
comfortable. I can comfortably say that.
Lamar, and then their
Signed
new
his
signing
contract,
too.
right?
They got OBJ now.
Big money Lamar and OBJ.
Yeah.
Yep.
And big money OBJ. He got a
Yeah.
ton of money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, and we didn't even play. It was a couple of years ago. I'm just looking back to the last time the Lions played the Ravens.
Justin
It-
Tucker.
The Justin Tucker
Yeah.
game, yeah, and they didn't have Roquan Smith at linebacker. I
Oh,
think
he's the
it-
guy from the Bears, right?
Yeah,
he was
yeah,
really
he's one.
good.
He is one of the best in the league. He led the. I think he's led the league in tackles like multiple years.
Yeah, no, that's a definite loss.
Yeah.
For
So-
sure. That's away, right?
mean,
That's
Yeah.
an away game. It's at Baltimore.
It's just a
Yeah.
running.
Yeah.
It's just a running quarterback. So hard to defend. It's
It-
the type
it
of
is.
like
It's-
3rd and 10. Everyone's locked up, and he just takes off.
Yeah,
It's so
he's
annoying.
got speed to him too. It's like
so
not
good.
even fair.
Just
Yeah.
Can't stop that.
So we're gonna move on quickly. So now we got Week 8 versus the Raiders. We're hosting the Raiders at Ford Field. What do we
Monday Night
think?
Football.
Monday Night Football. Thank you.
Ooh, Halloween Eve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Win.
Say win. Jericho.
Who they got? Jimmy G at quarterback.
Yeah.
Jimmy G,
They got
yep.
Jimmy G. Who are the wide receivers this year?
Josh Jacobs still there.
Still Devontae Adams, Hunter Renfro. They traded Darren Waller to the Giants, but he didn't play
Oh,
last
he
year
stunk.
anyway. He's just injured all the
Huh.
time.
Man.
But-
If we play how I hope we'll play this year, that's a win.
Yeah, I feel a little too optimistic.
I'm gonna say loss.
You're gonna say loss?
Jimmy G. Then they got those big names that we just
How
mentioned.
many wins do
Oh,
we have? How many
wait.
wins do I have?
Okay, so
far?
yeah, so far you have out of 8 weeks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're 5-3.
Oh, I'm okay with that.
You're
with the
you're
win.
5-3 so far. I'm
I can see
yeah.
that.
Let's do a record checkup right now. So we're at week 8. We're about the middle of the season. I am 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh,
4-4. 4-4. 5-3 is Mosheri. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6-2 for Churko. Joey has 1, 2, 3, 4. Starting 4-0 for Joey. 4, 5, 5 and 3. So just a checkup. You got to keep an eye on your records.
Yeah.
You can't go too high.
I
so
called a win right here, right?
you called a win right here against
Oh,
the Raiders. Yes.
Yeah, because I'm looking at their defense. The only
Mad Max.
Mad Max.
Max Crosby, who actually went to Eastern.
Oh yeah.
Crazy.
He's the only name I know.
Yeah.
I
They've
would
always
say
had a
I would
bad
say I follow
defense.
football pretty closely, and I don't know any of these other names.
Yeah. Who is the linebacker that used to be on the Cardinals? Chandler Jones. I mean, old
Is he on the
Chandler
Raiders?
Jones.
No,
I think is he still on the Raiders? I don't know if they dealt him. I know he had him last year.
no, he was on the
Eagles?
Falcon or the
Eagles?
no, what's that? The Cardinals last year.
Not last year.
I swear.
Chandler Jones? Look him up. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Chandler Jones.
Yeah, give him a quick Google. But I thought he was on the Raiders. But I get what you mean in the sense that like there's not a huge star on defense except for Max Crosby. So
No, it's no way it's Chandler Jones.
yeah, and I can't
wait.
remember.
Oh
if
wait, he is on the Raiders.
Oh, he is?
there you go. Okay.
I know he was really quiet.
I mean he wasn't the superstar that like people were expecting him to be. I mean
Did he just get there? Like I don't even
Last
think
year.
he shows up on this roster.
just last year he was signed there free agency or
Oh yeah.
or trade. I
Yeah.
can't remember.
He's not even showing up on ESPN's roster.
He didn't, he,
I
didn't
don't
do,
know.
he didn't do too much. Maybe he hasn't officially re-signed with them yet or something.
That could be it.
So anyway, for me, I'm gonna take a win here. This is another case where I got the next two games being a split. So that I'm gonna take this one as a win. The next one's a loss.
Chargers.
Yep, that's gonna be
Chargers.
at Chargers for week 9.
Yeah.
So once again, review for Raiders. Everyone got them winning except Joey against the Raiders. So week 9 at LA at the Chargers. What do we got?
Pass.
Win or loss, folks?
I want to see what they have to say. I just want to see.
It's a loss.
That's a loss.
Loss.
Back to you.
Back to you,
I go
buddy.
win. They don't scare me. They should, but they don't.
They scare me.
They're
Yeah,
disappointing.
he just
they-
wants to be different.
They got the Boza.
Yeah, more in the more in the.
He's gonna come around and
Yeah,
knock
Eckler
Jared Goff
Joey Bosa.
out.
resigned.
Listen, Joey Bosa is gonna call you a nerd and throw you in a locker.
Yeah, give you a little swirly.
I don't know. Eckler resigned. Herbert's still there.
Yeah, they're gonna be a
And
good
even
team.
if Herbert gets hurt, they have
Wait.
the QB that killed Michigan.
Oh, actually. Can I change my answer?
Yes.
Wait, is their head coach the same?
Yeah.
But they have offensive coordinators.
They fired the offensive coordinator for what happened against the Jaguars.
I'll go for a win.
Actually,
I'm sorry. Leave it as a win.
Leave it as a.
Actually, yeah, change mine to a win.
Clip this.
Change yours to a win. Yeah,
Herbert
all right.
Herbert lost a game that they led what?
31-3.
28. I think 28-0.
Yeah.
Oh my
And you can blame coaching all you want. Who's the one running the plays? It's him.
I don't think a third-year quarterback is going to be calling his own plays unless he's like actually Peyton Manning.
Well,
Yeah.
That's for me.
As in playing better.
As in, yeah.
Okay, the issue with
It's not
the
like they
Chargers-
ran only run plays the whole time, right?
No, they should have. That's the thing. The coach should have been calling run plays when they had such a big lead to drain the clock, but they didn't. They threw it.
And yeah, and his throws weren't good enough. I'm saying he blew that.
All right.
He blew that game. He doesn't get enough hate for it.
I mean, they're up 20-0 because Prince Charming threw 4 interceptions in the first half.
And then Prince Charming came back
Yeah.
and won.
Yeah.
That is true. That game was wild. I remember I was out with my friends watching it, and
Yeah.
I was not happy about it.
I think I
Also-
turned that game off after 20 minutes.
Fair
Yeah, I
enough.
mean, like, why would you keep watching it? I agree.
And then
I
I
honestly
then I
wasn't
turned it
shocked at
back
all. I
on.
wasn't shocked at all that they lost. Just I was like, this is kind of a Charger thing. But it's also that it's in LA and LA do not have home.
They don't. They have no.
don't have
fan-
home.
They have no
fans,
fans.
So
Especially the Chargers.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
No,
They're known for having no fans.
Yeah.
That's a
Nobody wants
basketball. LA is a basketball town and a Laker town, not even
Yeah.
the Clippers. So
the goats.
right. Moving on, week 10. We are now hosting the Bears. What do we think?
Win.
It's not even a question.
Win.
Well, I'm asking it,
It's
so
a
can you
win.
answer it? There you go.
The Bears are a joke.
It's a win.
That's what I think. It's also. Oh, you know what? How did I have it go before?
Did we play him earlier in the season, or is this the first
this is
time?
the
No,
first
this
meeting.
Is this is the first time. So at home, yeah, I'll take a win at home.
Same reason as the Packers. They
Yeah.
got no big strikers on their team.
Now,
No one's gonna
did
strike us
sign-
real hard.
What's that?
DJ Moore is there.
They got DJ Moore. They got 4-minute running back. They also have Khalil Herbert, so it's still a solid running back room. Justin Fields can burn you with legs. I'm just kind of listing things that I'm considering with the Bears. Who was the Bills linebacker that they signed?
Tre'Davious something.
White.
Wait.
Tre'Davious, yeah.
No, Tremaine Edmonds.
Jermaine Edmonds,
Oh.
yes. That's a
I
big-
looked at his
that's a
stats.
big
He ended
linebacker
up not
signing.
even being as good as I thought he was.
But,
or,
I mean, it was,
or that was Edmonds. I don't know.
He was
Or the
pretty
other
good. I mean, especially because like if you look at like tackles, then he was pretty. I remember him being pretty high up there, but it was also like there was Milano taking up a lot of it too. So we'll see how he works on his own as like the main linebacker for the Bears. But I mean,
They
still
got,
not big enough. Not big improvements. I'll say that. But I don't think I think the line still got, especially at home. Especially at home.
They got Panay Sewell's brother,
Yeah, I saw that. The
Noah
Lions-
Sewell.
Yes, that's right. I remember the Lions. They posted something. So not only is Equiminius St. Brown on the Bears, but yeah, Noah Sewell is on there. So there's two brothers that are going to be playing each other twice a year in this division.
Yeah, but I it's Justin Fields is terrible.
Yeah. He's hit or
You
miss.
can give him Megatron and Randy Moss on the same team, and he still won't throw the ball.
He won't hit him.
And when he does throw the ball, it won't be accurate. You saw that clip against the interception he threw to Hutch.
Yeah.
Did,
That's all
Yeah.
did you see it?
That-
we rushed nobody. He had all the time in the
That's when we
world.
played them at home, right? And there was
Yeah.
like, there was,
Yeah.
we
We
literally
rushed
didn't rush anybody.
nobody.
Yeah.
He had all the time in the world and still somehow threw it. Hutch didn't even have to move. It was there. It was in his hand.
Yeah.
It was awesome. That was a great play call by
It's a
Aaron
typical
Glenn.
Ohio State quarterback. They don't pan out.
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel that. So we got wins across the board for Week 10 against the Bears. Now we got Thanksgiving hosting Green Bay.
Win.
Win. Out of turn, but that's okay.
Win. When he was eager.
All right, I'm going to go win because the Lions are surprised people this year, and Green Bay still sucks 3 weeks later.
And we have to win on Thanksgiving one
Yeah.
of these years.
Yeah, I know.
Our
They're gonna
crowd,
take away our
our
spot.
crowd will give us that
Listen,
energy.
standing room only at this game.
Yeah,
That's
no,
how it was
seriously,
last
yeah.
year, and this year with all the hype, it's going to
Oh,
be
yeah.
standing room
That-
only again.
absolutely.
If that, it's a win.
We
That
got,
that
we're going
place
to
is
a
absolutely
game.
going to sell out.
We should go to the home opener against Seahawks where we beat them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. But I remember, earlier in Week 4, I did have us losing to Green Bay, so I could see us splitting with them. Not ideal, but like I could see it being like more or less possible. So
Sure.
the win will. I have the win coming on Thanksgiving. So moving on, we're gonna be at New Orleans for Week 12. What do we think? You think First Swag Kazakage is gonna take revenge on the Lions for letting them go?
I don't know what those words mean that you just said to
You
me.
don't know Swag
Jamal
Daddy?
Williams.
You don't know
Oh,
Jamal
you said
Williams?
some oh.
First, oh my
Oh
god.
yeah.
I didn't
yeah.
think there's a cut. I was
Welcome
like,
to
what are you
Earth,
saying?
Lonzo.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't know Naruto, but yeah, Swag Daddy.
Swag Daddy.
You know what? Put a loss. Then you got Derek Carr. He's okay, but like,
Is he going to win the quarterback battle? Who do
against
they
who?
go? Jameis.
Jameis
Oh,
Winston
Jameis
against
Winston.
Yes.
You know, it's another coin flip.
I don't know. He eats dubs for dinner.
Yeah.
he eats dubs. That's my favorite clip of him.
I just New Orleans is like a tricky place. Is in New Orleans.
Yeah,
I'll just give him a loss. We're feeling too good right now.
yeah. We'll do a record checkup after you guys' decision.
Okay.
I'm also going to do a loss, but I feel like there's a lot of factors need to be considered that
Yeah.
we won't know until the previous week.
When's
guess
our bye
it's like the
week?
week coming
the
up to
week
it?
up above this.
Don't we have an early bye?
Yeah, the
week?
week leading up. No, we're week 9. Usually we have a week 5.
Oh,
That was.
so did we pass that week yet? Did we get to the bye week yet?
To the bye week. That was I can't remember when the bye week was. I forgot about that. That was after the
let's
Chargers
see.
game. No, it was between the Raiders and the Chargers, I think. So after week 8.
Is that
Yup, he's right.
correct? Okay. So, I mean, I was just curious, but
Thank you for mentioning that. I forgot to
Yeah.
consider that, but yeah, that's the bye week. So I guess the weeks are one over. I've been counting wrong.
Yeah,
So
but
it's
I mean,
week
more so
13 at New
games.
Orleans.
Gotcha. Yeah, chop a loss. They're
Yeah.
kind of tricky.
I'll jot a loss down too.
Gritty team.
I feel like just us being away.
Yeah.
I don't
have a
think
good
that's,
defense.
However, my answer will change, but we won't know this until the week leading up to the game.
Is Slant Boy going to be healthy?
Okay,
that what you're
he's
gonna say?
not going to be healthy.
Is he still in the
far
league?
gone.
He's
been
still on the
playing-
team.
He's
Yeah.
gone.
Hey.
forever, at least to my knowledge.
Is Kamara going to be healthy? That
That's
guy
it.
is.
Or suspended.
Yeah, right.
That guy's injured every other game.
When he's good, he's good. But
How old is TikTok or Slant Boy? He's 30. Wow,
really,
Former Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
no way.
He's
Yeah,
getting up there.
2019, I think.
I don't know. Their defense is
Oh,
great
200
though.
passes.
They got Granderson, who's above average.
Cam
Jordan's a
awesome.
stud.
He's
Yeah.
awesome always.
I don't know. Their defense really let me down last season.
How so?
Because I remember like the season prior, or so like 2 seasons ago, I think that's when the Saints they shut out Tom Brady, and I remember that defense being super good.
Didn't they do that this year?
Not this year, no.
You sure?
I don't think they shut him out.
Did they have the Honey Badger last season? Or is that a this season?
I think it was
edition?
last season they
Last
got him.
season.
Yeah,
He's
But
still
for-
there.
Yeah, but it's for whatever reason like the roster is such that they should be good, but like I didn't, they weren't the. I had them winning the division last year, but they kind of let me down on
It
that.
happens. Well, I don't
Would
know
they
who the
get second
quarterback
in the
was.
division?
Second, want to say it again?
Would they get second in the division?
I don't know, man.
They were all- they all
I think
ended
the
up
Panthers.
second.
I
they
think
all-
the Panthers got second. Everyone got second in the division.
Yeah.
Who was their quarterback? Taysom Hill.
yeah.
It's
It
not.
was between. I think
Taysom
they-
Hill,
they had
Jameis
between-
Winston,
It
they
was-
had-
it was kind of
because he was hurt, or was he just not good? He got benched. Winston.
I think he might have got hurt.
I
I
think
don't know.
he's still recovering. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
I don't know, but they got a player named Smoke Monday on their roster.
I gotta
Yeah.
put a loss. I'm just
Yeah,
kidding. No.
chalked
I
up
got
to an L.
I got this one as a dub actually.
Okay.
Just because, like I was mentioning, that defense I think it's good, but not that good, and
Ours or theirs?
or the Saints defense isn't as good as it should be. So I think our offense can take advantage of it. So.
I mean, listen, all these losses, like, it's so strange to say, but I can like picture us winning all these games. But I mean, you know how
you
it
can
goes.
make up a scenario.
You're not
for all of them,
gonna.
of course.
Yeah.
So just you know what I mean. But like,
Mm-hmm.
like I don't know. If you go on paper, we have a better team. I feel, but like, just it's at the Saints.
We also have the Lions bias.
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, we have that cloud over our heads. So
Yeah.
paper does mean nothing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're gonna be doing now a record checkup here. I'm sitting at 7-5. Mosheri, you're sitting at you got 1, 2, 3. You're sitting at 8-4. Churko, you're
see that.
sitting at you're sitting at 1, 2, 3. You're at 9-2. Churko, you're at 9-2.
Wow.
Wow.
Joey.
Wait.
Wait.
How am I 8-4 and he's 9-2?
Wait, what? Wait. 6-2.
Yeah, wait, I'm 9-3.
3. Yep.
That's still a wow.
I
That's
mean-
a lot of wins for us in
Yeah,
the beginning of the season.
9-3. Yep.
Listen,
And now
Maybe I'm a wow. I don't know.
Coming out swinging.
Joey is gonna be. He's got 1, 2.
I put down a few losses.
Also
so-
7. You're also 7-5. You're
Yeah, I
with
put
me,
down
so
a
that
few
means you're
losses.
right.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. That means we're right.
that's probably more
What's
a
he got?
realistic approach.
7
Me
and
and him are
5.
7-5. You're 9-3. He's 8-4.
But it would be awesome to see the Lions.
you guys are making
Lions
fun of
be
me.
in the positive over 500 in the beginning of the season.
I would love
Right.
that.
You guys are making fun of my 9-3, but you watch. You
Yeah.
watch.
I will be watching.
I mean, it may not be those
Flip
exact
this.
games.
Yeah.
We will probably start 0-3 like we
I'm
usually
keeping
do.
this document. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm sending this to you guys every week.
I know you will.
I'll remember this. I might get every single week right.
That is
Oh,
very
yeah?
unlikely.
That is very unlikely.
I'll take 8-4. So
Anyways.
What are our next few games right here?
all right. So now we got week 14. It's gonna be at Chicago.
Win.
Loss.
Really?
They're always such an annoying team, and they always give us trouble sometimes because they got a running quarterback.
Joey.
Give me the win. We
Alright,
we
as
beat
much
them
as I
last
hate the
season at
Bears.
third place.
I hate the Bears worse than the Packers and the
Yeah,
Vikings.
we had a comeback. Well, I turned
Okuda.
out. I didn't even watch the game.
Final score was 30-31.
What was the
Lions.
comeback?
Okuda had a pick six.
Yeah, it was a big
Was it
time.
a double-digit comeback?
I think so. Yeah.
yeah.
I think in the fourth quarter we were down 10 maybe or something.
Maybe 10.
Hey,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I turned it off at like half because we were getting killed or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
what it
I was in a studio doing a basketball game or something,
That's
like
cool.
managing that. I remember the game going on. I put that in my post game.
Mm.
I was really excited for it. But I agree with you, Mosheri. I think that because it was so close last year and in Chicago, and Bears they did improve a lot. So I think their improvements are
Yeah.
gonna like pay off at least like for one game this season. So I got a splitting with the Bears as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to bring us to a home game from the AFC West. Week 15 is going to be at Ford Field against the Denver Broncos.
Win.
Win.
Say it with your chest.
Win.
There we go.
Who was their first round pick this year?
They didn't
I-
have one.
they didn't have
traded
one.
to
They didn't have
Russell Wilson.
Yeah, that pick was for the Seahawks.
That was a waste.
They
Mr.
wasted-
Unlimited.
Mr.
Mr. Unlimited.
I don't know. The only positive thing I see about this roster is they have a player named Lil Jordan.
Lil Jordan?
Lil Jordan Humphrey.
Lil Jordan.
But I mean, Jerry Jeudy and Cortland Sutton have been disappointments.
They should
their
be
whole
good,
career.
but they're not. You know, they're
They get
not-
a good. They get a good
Trust me,
catch every
I
once in a
drafted
while.
both of them in fantasy the past 2
I
years.
had
Yeah.
I forget You had Sutton or I had Sutton.
Yeah,
We
I
you
picked
had
right
one-
before
yeah,
you.
I think I had
took
Judy
the one you
actually.
want. Yeah.
Neither of those panned out. We
None
both
of them.
lost in
Yeah.
that scenario.
So we
Yeah.
got wins all across the board for Denver. I'm worried about their defense though.
Who's on their defense?
I don't know anybody specifically besides Patrick Surtain. But I know that they were like I think the number one defense or they were top 3
They have
defense
a good
for sure.
defense. I don't know. I just
Oh.
last year for them left just such a bad taste in my mouth. So I just feel like
But like you got things
just
like
the quarterback. I
and,
know
like,
they
I'm
got
not-
Sean Payton, but like what?
yes, I was about to bring
Yeah.
him up.
Oh, Sean
He hasn't been a
Payton?
coach for like.
Yeah, he's their coach now.
He came back.
Eh.
It's been like 3
Yeah,
years.
yeah, he
I don't
came back.
know. Can you just bounce
Yeah.
back like that? I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know.
I mean, it's hard to be worse than the Broncos.
It's hard to
were.
tell
Yeah.
preseason predictions.
Of
Like,
course, this is
Yeah.
This is May the day before Mother's Day, May 13
13.
today.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're May 13th, so this is obviously very early, but it's fun. But it's fun. So we got wins all across the board for Denver. Week 16 is going to be at the Vikings. This is where we finally get these last 3 weeks are where we're going to get the Vikings. So
At the Vikings.
at the Vikings for the first matchup, yes.
I'll let you start.
I want to say win so bad, but I'm just gonna say loss. We own the Vikings, but I don't know. It's just I don't feel there's no way we can just keep stringing these wins. Like there's gonna have to be some losses sprinkled in there. We'll
All
split
right,
with the Vikings.
I'll tell you what, you are right. So with you having a loss there, you are 9-6. So keep that in mind.
Okay.
What do you got going?
I got a loss.
You got a loss? I'm surprised about this.
Like they lost Thielen. He
Yeah.
always annoyed us.
Didn't they draft another stud receiver though,
I,
or a good receiver?
I
They
can't
probably did.
remember.
I don't know. They're
Cephas Johnson, did he just get drafted? I don't even know.
but
Doesn't sound
you know
familiar.
last year their record was really good, but like
Yeah.
better
It was
than
fruity.
better than it like
Yeah.
their team actually was.
I think there were negative point differential.
but now everyone's like giving up on that. I don't think they're gonna be terrible.
I've seen them. They were sellers this year. They got Kendricks, their middle linebacker.
Yeah.
He was gone. Thielen's gone. And just
Zadarius Smith.
Zadarius Smith is gone.
I don't know.
I think they're
They
sellers.
picked up a linebacker from the Saints. It looks like they still have Danielle Hunter. Let's see what else they got.
It's just I'm not feeling it.
Byron
Yeah,
Murphy.
I'm gonna go
went
with a
there.
loss on this.
He's only 25. Byron Murphy. I thought he was
Yes.
like 30.
I don't know. The
Anyway,
fella.
I got to win for this one because for me,
Yeah.
I mean, I've been stacking up some of the losses throughout the season.
I
but
wanted to say that.
I just
we own them.
It was so close. Week 3 last year. First of all, that's when our defense was terrible, and it was literally one play away from us winning.
Yeah.
Over Warrior.
So, the Warrior game,
God.
and
Wait, which game was that?
that was week. Yeah,
All of
right.
them.
How,
All
which
of them.
one? But if it was so close like that last year, and we beat the crap out of them in Ford Field, and I think we got it. I think we got
Well,
it.
this one's away, isn't it?
This one is away.
Okay.
What are these next 2 games? I just got to
What
get
is
going.
next games? Cowboys and Vikings.
Are
So
you-
yeah, we'll get yours.
Cowboys?
So, at the Cowboys and then at home versus the Vikings for last week.
I'll take them both wins.
Taking
We're
dubs.
gonna want that Dallas.
I want them.
We're gonna want
I
them.
want Dallas.
We're gonna
bro.
want them,
Jack
Real
Prescott's
bad.
a fraud.
Definitely
so bad.
and then Vikings. I think we could bounce back after the loss.
after your loss. Sure.
After my loss for them.
Mhm.
So yes.
So
Yeah.
we're gonna. So since Joey has to leave, he is an athlete after all. He's got a game here at the Oakland Soccer Field up here. So
Don't lose.
gotta make sure that he's ready.
Yes.
Ready to go. His coach is gonna be yelling at him. So we're gonna
Right.
give him his win total right now. So
Hopefully, just as
1,
good.
2, 3,
Yeah, right.
4. You
My
got
dad will be
11
there.
and 6.
11-6. That's
That
not bad.
is-
I like that.
That's your final. That's your final
That's
season
solid.
record.
I
I think that's solid too.
I do like that. Yeah.
So Joey, I don't want to keep you any longer than you got to be.
All
Thank
right.
you very much for
Thank
coming on
you.
the Joe Mo Show. We're gonna finish up with the
Thank
fellas
you.
here.
Love ya.
Thank you.
Good
See
luck.
See you, boys. See you.
Don't lose.
Thank you.
I can finally stretch out on this couch.
Man.
We'll
Take a
continue.
nap. Take a load off.
He's gonna get lost on his way
He
out.
ain't no way he knows where he's going.
I think he's gonna get lost. So finishing off, I already, to kind of, we already mentioned it with Joey, but we're gonna be at the Cowboys for Week 17. What are we thinking? I know, like we said, like we want the Cowboys. I want the Cowboys. I got it as a dub.
Yeah, win. I want it so bad. They gotta probably want it.
Yeah.
Just this.
We
the
got
whole,
we
the
got
whole
win.
America's team. I don't even know if that's sarcastic.
I don't know.
thing.
10
At this point,
Cowboy
it's sarcastic.
fans.
I know. I really don't even know.
At this
any
point, I
Cowboy
genuinely
fan.
think
I
it's
think it's just
sarcastic.
something that they keep saying, but it's just annoying because they get all the primetime games. Even this one's primetime.
Yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. Dak's a bum. They
Yeah,
lost that bum Zeke. Tony Pollard's
that was
okay,
a blessing.
but
Addition by subtraction by losing Zeke.
Tony. I feel like Tony Pollard's better as a 1-2 punch though,
I agree.
Yeah.
He-
and I don't know who
if
their
he
two
keeps,
is.
if he's like, oh, didn't they draft? They drafted some guy in the draft. I don't know if they drafted.
oh,
him
is
high.
Deuce Vaughn?
Which
is that
round?
him?
Yeah.
I thought that was an actor. No, it's Vince Vaughn, I'm thinking.
Yeah. No, I think it is Deuce Vaughn who they drafted.
Well, let's hope Deuce can be that more of that Zeke role as like a bowling ball goal line kind of guy.
Who's Hope? I'm not hoping that.
Yeah. Wait.
I
What?
hope
What
that
are you
they
talking
don't.
about?
Hope for
Hope.
the Cowboy. I'm saying like for Pollard's sake.
Oh, I hope that he is like Zeke. Terrible.
I agree with that statement.
Hope for Pollard's sake is what I mean.
Oh, they do have 4 good receivers though, or 3. Sorry.
Yeah, they have a good team.
They did just pick
Yeah.
up Brandon Cooks.
Yeah. Dalton
really?
Dalton
Yeah.
Schultz, I
That's
like him as a tight
He's
end too.
sneaky good.
I like Dalton Schultz as a tight end.
Let's see. I
That's
think,
it's against my better judgment, but I think we're gonna win.
yeah, their O line.
we were tied with them in the fourth quarter. Or something. We kept it really close
Yeah.
last year when we played them. When we stunk at the
Like
point
that-
of the season when we stunk the first half, and
I think we were
Jamal
1-4
Williams
going into that.
fumbled for his first time in his life
Yeah,
at
but
the goal line, right about to score, and then that's when it fell
Oh.
apart. We
Yeah,
were
if
about
that-
to take the lead there.
Yeah, if that was the
So-
difference in the game, then I think with the improvements we've made are more than the Cowboys did. So I agree
Yeah.
with the win there.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
moving on
no.
to the very last week of the NFL season 2023 or 2023-24 versus the Vikings for what could potentially be in that last game with the Cowboys. I can imagine it being a game for seeding in the playoffs.
yeah,
I can see the Cowboys being in the mix for that, like in the wild card spot at least.
yeah.
And like
That could be
or like maybe like close to the
division for sure. Even
closer to
Eagles.
division.
I
So
mean, Eagles, they keep getting good players, but I mean, like
Yeah.
they lost a bunch of their coaches. I don't know. There's no way you can put it back to back. But
Yeah.
I mean, not that they're going to be bad, but we'll see.
Yeah. we'll see. So for this last week against the Vikings, this one will also probably have seeding on the line for at least the Lions.
Yeah.
So what do we think, fellas?
That's a win because I had them losing the
It's a
previous-
win, and I think the division's gonna be clinched by this point already.
I could see that. So I also have a dub for the Vikings at week 18 to give. We'll be calculating the final records for everybody. So as we said, Joey before he left, he's going to be 11-6. 1, 2, 3. I will also be 11-6. Mosheri will be also 11-6 for Mosheri,
Well.
and then 12 and or no 13-4 for Churko.
Optimistic.
Are we
Wait, what?
You're 13-4.
Dang.
I mean, we kind of have an easy schedule.
we do.
I don't
If
trust.
you-
I don't trust that
I mean,
statement.
all
Easy
those
schedule
strengths
anymore.
of schedule,
I don't trust that
they always
anymore.
change. Teams that are supposed to be good aren't. Teams that are bad are. But still, I mean, I'd rather have
Yeah,
our
teams that are
schedule.
supposed to be good aren't. Cowboys,
Yeah.
Vikings,
Yes.
Chargers.
Chiefs.
Yeah,
So-
Chiefs. Did we all take a win in for the first?
No, I said loss for the Chiefs.
for
You
for the
would.
Chiefs. I took. Yeah, you were the only one with a loss there.
Level-headed.
Level-headed, yeah. But I even that out with the loss of the Seahawks.
Fool.
Fool.
So I'm gonna be holding you guys to this. So we got mostly 11s and 6s.
I want
and
weekly
we got crackhead
check-ins.
Churko over here with 13-4.
I want weekly check-ins when I'm at school, and when I predict the correct record, you guys blow me money.
Okay,
Just
what
'cause-
if we? Oh, the correct record, the whole thing.
Yeah, if they finish, what is it, 13-4?
You have 13-4.
I should at least get something because you guys all have the same record. You guys are all 11-6.
Okay. What if there's 12 wins? Then what?
Then nothing.
Okay.
Then the bet is void.
Well,
Push,
I'm not
it's a push.
gambling. I'm a collegiate athlete. I do not gamble. I do not participate in such things.
In the facility.
This is just kind of like this is just more of a bet for pride.
It's bragging rights.
Yeah.
Which
I-
more.
Yeah.
Bragging rights and a bottle of Coke.
It's
Especially,
worth way
especially in
more.
this circle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we brag regardless of who wins or not. So
Yeah.
So that's gonna wrap it up for this episode of the GioMoShow. We got our predictions for the Detroit Lions season. To recap it one more time, me, Mosheri, Joey, all have 11-6 for the Lions, and Churko over here is bold with a 13-4 season prediction. So we'll be keeping tabs on this throughout the season. I'll be going back to this podcast and redirecting you to this very one here, so you can laugh at us for when the predictions are way, way, way off. So thank you, gentlemen, and thank you again to Joey for joining me on the Joe Mo Show here today. First time I've had more than one guest in here, and it's quite chaotic, but I do love it. Thank you guys very much for coming on.
It's been a
Thanks for
pleasure.
having us.
So tune in to the Joe Mo Show Thursdays at 6 o'clock on WXOU.